Kaiju number 8 is by far the best anime of the year. I haven't felt this way about an anime in like years, like since probably Demon Slayer season 1. Like, have I felt this way about a new anime? Oh, but Ross, what about JJK or Chainsaw Man or the time that I was reincarnated as Michael Jordan's jockstrap? Doesn't matter. I had way more fun with Kaiju number 8 than any other anime. And this last episode has cemented it for me as one of the best first seasons of an anime. Like, I really do mean that. Now, is it super deep? No, but like it does a good job at really making you care about these characters. Kafka is just such a good boy, and not in like an annoying way like Deku. Like, I love My Hero Academia, but like Deku can get a little annoying, but Kafka, if anything happens to him, I am going to be in a riot. Like I just love his character. You know who Kafka reminds me of? Danny Phantom or Superman or any character that disappears for a period of time while the hero shows up and everyone's like, oh, I wonder who it is. Spoilers for the series, but it doesn't take them 5 seasons to find out that Kafka is Kaiju number 8. Or it's entirely possible Kafka was a kaiju the entire time and he just didn't know about it, considering his heart is a core. Now that could have happened when he changed the first time in the hospital in episode 1, but we don't know. Honestly, I thought it was going to take at least 3 seasons before we got that reveal of him being Kaiju number 8 to everyone. Like, I thought we would have gone through a whole arc where like someone that they didn't think knows, and they have to convince them not to tell everyone, or like just silly stuff like that. I'm glad they just cut to the chase. Like, for example, hey, where's Peter Parker? Oh, there's Spider-Man. Hey, I wonder how Peter Parker keeps getting these fantastic photos of Spider-Man despite never being there when he shows up. I wonder why. I'm going to say it right now. Kafka might be the best main character in a shonen anime that we've gotten in a very long time. My favorite moment of the show is when Kafka decides to turn into Kaiju number 8 in front of everyone to punch a kaiju bomb out of the area that would have destroyed everyone. And that's one of my favorite things about Kafka, is that he really most of the time only changes into Kaiju number 8 when people are in danger and there's no other option. There's plenty times in the series that he probably could have partially turned into Kaiju number 8 to like benefit himself, but rarely does he do that. But when he's trying to prove that he's not a kaiju and he's slowly turning to Kaiju number 8, that's just such a big gut punch, because you're really rooting for him to prove that he's not a threat and that they can actually use him as an ally. My other favorite character is Soshiro. I did not expect to like him as much as I do just based on the first episode he is introduced in, because the first episode that he's introduced in, he's just laughing at Kafka the entire time in like the most annoying way. But as the series goes on, he respects Kafka just based on his knowledge of kaiju and the fact that he kind of brings a warmth to him, to the entire squad. So he really appreciates that, because this job is kind of serious work, and you know, just being a little lighthearted once in a while kind of brings everyone together, you know? Soshiro is such an interesting character because even though he's super strong, not a lot of people believe in him, because he was very proficient at using bladed weapons but terrible at using guns, which is needed for the bigger kaiju, which is where the kaiju were kind of evolving into. When he saw the humanoid looking kaiju, he probably thought to himself like, oh, this is really concerning because they can talk and they seem to have like real intelligence, but this is probably good for my career. You know, it'd be good for my career though if you subscribe to this YouTube channel. I post a new anime video every week. Hope to see you guys there. Now back to the video. I love how simple this power system is. Like, I don't know if it gets more complicated as the series goes on because I have not read the manga yet, but I love that we can tell how powerful a kaiju is based on if they call it a kaiju, a senju, or they give it a number. Like, a single digit number can just tell you how powerful a foe is in this show. Unlike some anime that gives you a bunch of numbers that eventually don't mean anything, like 3,000 or whatever, or they give you a super detailed explanation why, oh, this character is stronger than this character, and by the end you don't understand why, but you're just told that they're stronger. In Kaiju number 8, if they got a number, oh, he's strong. And in order to counter that, they make weapons out of the numbered kaiju, and the weapons are numbered based off of what kaiju they're made from. In this last episode, we got to see weapon number 1. We didn't see what it could do, but just seeing the weapon was just so hype, and seeing the number 1 on the blade was just like, oh, this guy is going to be a big deal. I know this is going to sound messed up, but was anyone else kinda interested in what kind of weapon they would have turned Kafka into? Not that I would want it to happen, it's just I kind of want to see the blueprints. Like, was he going to be a sword or like a bazooka or something? I just out of curiosity. But overall, this was a great first season for Kaiju number 8. I'm so excited to see what they do going forward, because like there's so many threads they could pull with the different kaiju, and like there's so much we don't know still. Overall, I just can't wait for season 2. A good first season should 1, set up the world, 2, make interesting characters, 3, make a main character that you want to follow and see more of, and 4, set up mysteries and more things to learn in order for you to get excited for season 2. Let me tell you, season 2 can't come soon enough. I think the biggest question that I kind of want answered is, was Kafka always a kaiju, or did the thing that go inside him make him a kaiju and slowly like turn his whole anatomy like different? That's the thing that I'm curious about. I believe he's always been a kaiju, but that really doesn't matter because it's still Kafka. It's kind of like Superman. It doesn't matter that he was born on Krypton, he's still from Kansas. And that's really all I have to say about season 1 of Kaiju number 8. Honestly, this was a great season. Go watch it. Oh, one more thing. His giant form, really cool. But other than that, don't forget to subscribe. See y'all next time.